page 27. Okay, Thalith, as you can see in your book, which character today we're going to talk about? As you can see in your books, we're going to talk about on page 26, we're going to talk about, today we're going to have a reading passage. Thalith, you don't have your books with you? Today, inshallah, we're going to talk about
Malik Salman.
No, he is in the picture, but not him. We're going to talk about, can you read the name?
Abdulaziz al-Rajhi.
Yes, Sheikh Sulaiman bin Abdulaziz al-Rajhi. Okay, so let's start. I needed to listen. We're going to have questions about each paragraph.
Pages 26 and 27. 8. Reading.
Sheikh Suleiman bin Abdul Aziz al-Raji. Sheikh Suleiman bin Abdul Aziz al-Raji, the world-renowned philanthropist and winner of the 2012 King Faisal International Prize for Service to Islam, has not always been a billionaire. Born in 1920, he spent his youth in Al-Qasim, where he and his brother Saleh began their business changing money for pilgrims on their way to the cities of Makkah and Medina. Their business expanded in the 1970s during the oil boom in Saudi Arabia. The Al-Raji brothers helped migrant workers from Indonesia, Pakistan, and other places to send their earnings home. They were granted permission to establish a bank, the Al-Raji Bank, which complied with religious tenets such as a ban on interest.
Okay, so this is the beginning of the passage, which talks about the beginning of Sulaiman al-Rajhi and how he started having a business until he have this bank that everyone have what? Accounts in this bank. Maybe many of you have accounts in al-Rajhi. Maybe your families, of course, at least one of your family have an account in al-Rajhi, right? Are you with me? Do you agree on that? That most of the people in Saudi Arabia, they have an account in al-Rajhi?
Yes.
Yes, most of them. Now, in 2012, according to the passage here, Sulaiman al-Rajhi, he wins something. He wins a prize. What was this prize? Yes, Manar.
Faisal International Prize for Service to Islam.
Thank you so much. He wins King Faisal International Prize for Service to Islam. This was the prize that he wins in 2012. Now, where he began his business and what was it? The beginning of having a business. He was born where?
Al-Qasim.
Yes, it's very good, Sarah. He was born in Al-Qasim. Now, where he began his business? Did he start his business in Al-Qasim or in another cities or other cities?
No, another city.
Yes, which was those cities? We have two cities.
Mecca and Medina.
Yes, thank you, Lama and Ilaf. Mecca and Medina. Now, did he start the business alone or was someone else with him? Did he start his business alone in Mecca and Medina?
Someone else with him.
Say it again, please, Ilaf.
Someone else with him.
Who was it?
His brother.
Yes,
Brother.
thank you. Thank you, the three of you, Lama, Sarah, and Ilaf. His brother Saleh also was with him. So they began their business in what? In Mecca and Medina. Now, what did they do, طيب, in Mecca and Medina? Thalith, where are you, other people? You have the answers in front of you. What did they do, Sulaiman and his brother Saleh, in Mecca and Medina? What was their business type in Mecca and Medina?
Drink the oil.
Changing money.
Yes, Ilaf, you said?
Changing money.
Yes, money for whom? Changing money? For pilgrims. Do you know the meaning of pilgrims, Thalith? What do we call the people who come and take Umrah and Hajj in Mecca? We call them pilgrims. What is the meaning of that in Arabic? What is the meaning of pilgrims? Yes, very good, Sarah. This is the meaning of pilgrims. So Suleiman and his brother, they are waiting. They are waiting for people in Mecca and Medina. Okay, those people who wants to go to Mecca and Medina, they have the money with them, but the money we're talking about all times. يعني ما كان يوجد استبدال عملات ومكاتب استبدال عملات. Okay, so those people who come from all over the world, they come from Pakistan, from Turkey, from all over the world. Those people, they have money with them, okay, but it's not riyals, it's not Saudi money. No, they have the money that they have in their country. If they are from Turkey, they have lira. If they are from Pakistan, they have their own currency. So, do you think that they can use this money? They can buy things with this money? Do you think that they can do that? The people who come from Turkey, for example. Yes, very good, Yaqeen. They cannot use the money.
No.
So, Suleiman and his brother Saleh, they had an idea. They have an idea. They come to them and they exchange the money. They give the pilgrims riyals and they take the money from the pilgrims. You see, this was their business in the beginning. All the people who wants to come to Mecca and Medina, those people who comes from all over the world, Sulaiman and his brother, they gave them Saudi money. They gave them the riyal, the Saudi riyal. Okay? طيب. The last question here, how he established his bank. How Sulaiman al-Rajhi established his bank. How did he have the idea of having this bank? What did he do before that? You will find it in the last 3 lines. You will find the answer. How Sulaiman al-Rajhi established his bank. How he got permission to have a bank. Okay. In 1970s, okay, during the oil boom in Saudi Arabia. Do you know the meaning of oil? Do you think here oil means the oil, the same oil that we use in food?
No.
No. What is the meaning of oil here?
Left.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, Manar. Yes, Sarah. This is the meaning of oil. So in this time, 1970s, they discovered oil in Saudi Arabia. So they call it oil boom in Saudi Arabia. What did the Rajhi brothers do? They helped migrant workers. In this time, because they find now the oil in Saudi Arabia, there are workers from Indonesia, from Pakistan, and other places that come to Saudi Arabia to work. Okay? طيب, Rajhi brothers, what did they do? Those people, they got money because they work. But they don't use this money. They want to send the money to their families in Pakistan and Indonesia. So Rajhi brothers, they send them their earnings home. They send the money to Pakistan, Indonesia, and any other place. Okay. because they did this way, they got the permission, okay, meaning the government give them the permission to what? To establish a bank. If you ever wonder how did Al-Rajhi started his bank, this is how he started his bank. By what? By helping what? The workers from all over the world that come to work in Saudi Arabia. They help them to send their earnings, to send the money home to their families in Pakistan and other places. So the government, they think that we should give Al-Rajhi brothers permission to have a bank. Do you think that he's a very smart person, he and his brother, to have this idea?
Yes.
Yes, I think it's a very smart thing from them. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Founding the bank, which is now the world's biggest Islamic lender, was not hurdle-free. Suleiman al-Raji began by opening an office in Britain to introduce the Islamic banking system on a more international basis. However, his initial attempts to secure a banking license were unsuccessful, as British officials were not aware of the principles and requirements of Islamic banking. He had to travel to different countries in order to explain to bankers that interest was forbidden by Islam and regarded as unacceptable by pious people all over the world. He pointed out that interest caused a lot of people to avoid transactions with banks and to keep their cash and valuables at home. Eventually, the banking system he proposed was launched in Saudi Arabia and subsequently implemented in the United Kingdom.
Okay, now in this paragraph, they talk what? Specifically about the things that Sulaiman al-Rajhi faced in order to have his bank. In order to have what? The banking license. Anyone who want to have a bank, they should what? Have a banking license. Do you know the meaning of banking license? Like a driving license. This one is a banking license.
رخصة.
Yes, very good. So any bank, they should have a banking license, not from the Saudi government only. No, they should have it from the United Kingdom, from all over the world, in order to be approved bank, يعني bank معترف فيه. Okay, so his way to have the banking license was not hurdle free. What is the meaning of that? It means that it was easy or not easy?
Not easy. Not easy.
Yes, it was not easy. So it was not hurdle free. No, it was hurdle for him to have the banking license. Now, why was or why his initials, Sulaiman al-Rajhi, why his initials attempt, his first attempt to secure or to have a banking license were unsuccessful? Why? The first time he was trying to have the banking license was unsuccessful. Why? Because the British officials were what? Yes, Thalith. He was trying, attempt يعني trying. So he was trying to have a banking license. Yes, Yaqeen?
British officials were not aware
Yes.
of the principles
Very good. And
requirements
yes.
of Islamic banking.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much, Shaqi. So British officials, they were not aware of the principles and requirement of Islamic banking. Do you think that any Islamic bank is the same like any bank around the world? They have the same thing or they do the same work? Do you think?
Yes.
Somehow they do the same work, but all of the work. Why they say that always have your money in an Islamic bank, not in a regular bank? Why? Because Do you think that the Islamic Bank is the same thing as any other bank around the world?
No.
Yes, very good. It's different. They are not the same. Thank you, Yaqeen and Sarah. So he was trying to have a banking license, but the people in Britain, they were not aware. They didn't know the principles and requirements of Islamic what? Banking. Okay? The Islamic or not Islamic bank, the other banks, they use what? They use interest. Okay? Interest was forbidden by Islam. Do you know the meaning of interest? When you take money from the bank and they tell you that every month you have to pay for them more than 2,000 riyals, and then the next month you have to pay more than 3,000 riyals, and then the next month 4,000 riyals, and the money is more. Yes, Sarah, what did you say?
فائدة.
Yes, very good. Al-fawaid in banks. It's what? Forbidden in Islam. It's haram in Islam. So what did Sulaiman al-Rajhi do to point out that interest was forbidden in Islam? To tell the people that interest was forbidden in Islam. What did he do? The last 3 lines. How he convinced the people. كيف أقنعهم؟
Avoid the
Transactions, yes.
transaction with banks.
Very good. He tells them that interest make the people what? Avoid transactions with banks. Why? What is the meaning of avoid transactions? Means that they don't want to have an account in the bank. So the people what? They want to keep their cash, their money, and valuables at home because of the interest. Why the interest are bad? Because it makes people poor. Imagine that you take a loan from the bank. يعني لو أخذتي قرض من البنك, okay? If you can see maybe your father or someone that you know, if they take a loan from the bank, they have to pay an amount that is the same. Yani the bank tell your father, for example, you have to pay 2,000 riyals every month for 2 years, for example, okay? Those 2 months, those 2,000 riyals, they will not change. They will not become 3,000 riyals all of a sudden. No, 2,000 riyals. This is without interest. لكن لو كان البنك يتعامل بالفوائد, they will tell your father that this month you're going to pay 2,000 riyals. The next month you have to pay 3,000 riyals. The next month you have to pay 4,000 riyals. So it's going to be more and more and more until your father, for example, finish the 2 years. And this is not a good way because it will make people poor and they will lose a lot of money. Okay? Right. Now let's move on to the next part.
Sheikh Suleiman bin Abdul Aziz Al Raji is also chairman of the National Agricultural Development Company and founder of the Al Wataniya agricultural projects, which include the largest poultry farm in the Middle East and one of the most successful companies in Saudi Arabia. Al Raji had visited a poultry farm abroad and had been shocked by the improper way chickens were fed and slaughtered. This prompted him to launch the Poultry Farm Project, making sure that chickens were naturally fed and halal slaughtered according to Islamic tenets. He has also introduced and supported organic farming throughout the Middle East, intent on securing healthy food for all as a means of fostering good health, preventing illness, and consequently reducing the cost of medical treatment. The Al-Raji projects diversified into other areas as well, such as real estate and other investment projects.
Okay, so in this paragraph, he talks about that a Rajhi bank or a Rajhi company, they don't only have their bank, no, they have another or other companies. Like what? We have a company also here in Medina, a store of their company. What is the name of the company that they have? It has poultry, it means poultry yani chickens, okay? So it has poultry and also it has organic. Yes, very good. Birin is one of Rajhi. It's one of the Rajhi products, the water, Birin. But also there is something else. It's written here, Thalith. What is it? The name of the company.
Jam burger.
Yes, also John Burger. But it was not specifically for Sulaiman al-Rajhi. I think it is specifically for someone else from al-Rajhi family. But what about the company? He was the founder of? Do you know this company?
الوطنية.
Yes, yes. They have a store in Al Faisaliya, I guess. This this company, they only have organic stuff, organic food, organic uh, chickens and poultry. Let me show you here. This is the logo, I think. If you find anything that have this logo, it means that it belongs to Al Wataniya, which belongs to Al Rajhi. Also, they have what? As you can see, Al Wataniya poultry. Poultry means chickens. Those chickens are not from Brazil or any other place. No, those chickens here, they have the poultry farm and they grow the chickens and they feed them very well, okay, and very organic stuff. And then they slaughter them, يعني يذبحونها, according to Islamic tenets. Okay, they have very good products. Okay, let's move on.
In 2009, Suleiman al-Raji established the Suleiman al-Raji University, a non-profit research university with 3 departments: medicine, nursing, and applied science. In fact, the university was established by Suleiman al-Raji Charitable Foundation, SAAR, which is considered the largest foundation of its kind in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in terms of capital as well as range and volume of activities. SAAR now owns and controls more than half of Suleiman al-Raji's wealth. The foundation organizes and oversees a substantial number of charities and humanitarian activities worldwide.
Oh, okay. Now here also we talk about something else that what Ar-Rajhi have, which is Ya Ilaf. Yes, what is the thing that now Ar-Rajhi have?
تريد أن أجاوب على السؤال.
Okay, so they have Ar-Rajhi University. Now Ilaf, how many departments they have in Ar-Rajhi University?
3.
Yes, what are they? 3 departments, and they are medicine and nursing and applied science. Applied science, yani they call applied science like math, chemistry, physics. They call it applied science. So Al-Rajhi University, if you did not hear about it, it's a non-profit research university. I think this means that you don't have to pay for them. They ask you to come to the university and study according to your marks and to your grades. But they have only those 3 departments: medicine, and الطب, nursing, and applied science. Okay, let's move on.
In May 2011, Suleiman al-Raji announced that he was donating most of his $7.7 billion fortune to charity. It is not uncommon for people in the Islamic world to set aside 1/3 or 1/4 of their wealth for endowment, effective after death. In Suleiman al-Raji's case, however, this was implemented during his lifetime. He distributed the rest of his wealth to his children in order to avoid potential disputes over inheritance that could destroy kinship and harmony among them.
Okay, in this paragraph, he talks about something that happened in 2011. What happened in 2011? Yes, Dania. Yes, Dania.
Sulaiman al-Rajhi donation most of his 7.7 billion
To what? He donated to what? He donated to?
charity.
Yes, thank you so much. Donated to charity. So in 2011, Sulaiman al-Rajhi, this person, he donated most of his $7.7 billion. Can you imagine that? That's a lot of money, Thalith. So he donated all of this money, or most of it, to charity. What is the meaning of charity? Do you know the meaning of charity?
أعمال خيرية.
Yes, very good, Sarah. So he donated most of his money to charity. Okay. Now also he did something else. Before he died, he distributed the rest of his wealth. Most of it he donated. Okay. The rest of his wealth, he distributed the rest to his children. Do you know the meaning of distributed? Yani? Distributed yani? Sarah, yes, Sarah, the meaning of wealth, it's the same thing as you said. Oh, not the same. Inheritance means the same thing that you said. But what about distributed? It's a verb. Yes, very good, Ilaf. So he distributed his wealth, yani ثروته, to his children before he died, during his lifetime. Why he did that, Saleh? All of the people, or all the rich people, when they have money, they don't distribute the wealth of the money, or they don't distribute the money. After they die, their children will take the money and they will distribute the money. But for Sulaiman al-Rajhi, during his lifetime, he did that. Why do you think? It's written. Why he distributed the rest of his wealth to his children before he died? Why? In order? Yes, Tarek. Where are you? Why he gave the money to his children, all of his money to his children, before he died? Why he didn't wait after he died and then they will take the money? Why he did that? Because he wants to avoid. Can someone read it? Khalid. He wants to avoid potential disputes over inheritance that could destroy kinship and harmony among his children. So because he doesn't want his children to get what? Into fights and potential disputes. Potential disputes, yani they fight over the inheritance. Have you ever heard of people or brothers and sisters, they fight over their father's inheritance? Have you ever heard of those stories? Yes, of course. Yes, even if it was a little money, they fight over this little money. But for Sulaiman al-Rajhi, he doesn't want his children to fight, so he decided to give or to distribute the wealth for his children, in order for his children not to fight after he died. Do you think it's a good idea?
Yes.
Yes, I think it's a very good idea. The last paragraph here.
Sulaiman al-Rajhi was awarded the highly prestigious King Faisal International Prize for the Service to Islam in 2012. In recognition of his outstanding service to Islam, his role in the establishment of the world's largest Islamic bank, and his ongoing contribution to charities, humanitarian projects fight against poverty. Having experienced extreme poverty earlier in life, he chose to donate and distribute all his assets, becoming poor once again, but gaining peace of mind and inner happiness. Despite his advanced age, He enjoys a fully active life as he travels to various regions of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, managing the endowment project under his flagship, the SAAR Foundation.
Okay, here he talks only about what did he do in order to fight poverty, fight the poor, and also here why he was awarded for King Faisal International Prize. We said that he was awarded this prize in 2012. Why do you think? Hmm? Why do you think, Thalith? Hmm? Why he got this award or this prize? For? For what?
Service to Islam.
Thank you so much, Ila, for his service to Islam. Okay, we're supposed to do the vocabulary here, but I need you to do it at home. So, inshallah, on Sunday, we're going to do it the first thing, and we're going to do it, inshallah, quickly. Do you have any question, Thalith?
No, thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Okay, I will say your name,